Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there at Our Little Geekdom, and welcome to episode 10. Episode 10 of Our Little Geekdom. Can you believe we're that far in already? It's tragic. It's really... How do you people keep up with us? Really? I'm kidding. Keep watching us. If you don't, then, well, go away. Really. Again, I'm joking. Anyway, yes, we are here here in lovely old Scotland, doing our usual things, having friends and talking to them. You'll notice that one of their faces is missing, but they're still there on camera. Well, on voice, not camera. But anyway, we would like to welcome our dear friends from Fairy Fountains. We've known them for many a year.
No, but they're not just Fairy Fountains.
But they're not
Fairy
only...
Fountains, they're from the USS Omnus, and they're also from Two Idiots Streaming.
There you go. And we call that one Madam Interruptus. Or should we call her Queen Interruptus? So yes, that's what they are. And we would like to welcome Carel and Mandy. Welcome!
Hi.
Alright, so there's a lot to tell. So I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit or a lot about yourselves.
I say tell it all.
This is a tell-all story.
The next year, because apparently there's a lot of facets to us. We're multifaceted.
There's nothing wrong with being multifaceted. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being multifaceted. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, as well, whichever parts of your lives you feel like talking about, really.
The Fairy Fountains I can talk about. The Captain can talk about the USS Omnus. So do you want to go first, Captain?
No, you go.
Just so you know, the one hiding away from the camera is the captain of the USS Omnus. The one on camera is the XO, or second, or sorry, number one, as Picard used to call them. And she's actually the commander. And the one that is sitting behind me over here is Lieutenant Commander. Is the Lieutenant Commander of what are you in charge of again?
Our mental health.
Our mental health, yes. Apparently, we're so crazy. We need her on board to protect our mental health.
We're all doomed.
And then you got me, head of security, who actually does proper security. I look out for the rest of the ship. Make sure that the photon torpedoes will actually fire when they need to fire.
Prevent the mutinies.
Which one almost did happen.
Well.
Yeah. We don't talk about that one.
That's in the do not discuss pile.
Yeah, that pile is fucking huge, just so everyone knows. Anyway, so tell us a little bit about Fairy Fountains then, Mandy, since Carl's clearly not interested in talking right now.
Okay, so Fairy Fountains is a 3D printing business that we own. We also do props with resin and with foam. We focus mainly on the cosplayers, but generally anything geeky we want to make, we can make, we have made. I mean, we've got the Iron Man helmet that lights up. We've done the arc reactor. We've done a lot of Iron Man things because somebody might be an Iron Man fan.
Just a little.
Maybe.
A little.
I mean, you never know, right?
Yeah, no, you just got to guess. Then we've been doing a lot of Warhammer bases as well. So a lot of terrains and things like that we've been doing with the resin casting lately. Because unfortunately, there aren't any cons.
No, there are none at all. You guys would love cons up here, though. They're everywhere. I mean, you guys would never have a break. Honestly, you would make your living... Seriously, if you guys had to do what you do here, you would actually... You wouldn't have to worry about making money anywhere else. You wouldn't have other jobs. You would literally be doing what you love, which is making geek crap for everyone. Because this place
they do
is
custom
packed.
orders.
Yeah, and they do custom orders, so...
As far as I know, you guys do custom things, because I've asked you to do weird things and you've done them for me. Well, not weird, but the ships and stuff.
That sounds somewhat dodgy when you say weird things. People's minds might go to adult.
Well, that's why I said not weird things. I mean, like the Star Trek ships and stuff.
Find it on our OnlyFans.
Before.
Really?
Yeah, we had a dude. It was actually very funny because we were talking about the fact that we can mold and cast things. So he comes and he's like, "No, can you mold a certain bit of mine?" And
cod
obviously, he was trying to embarrass me in the thing. I looked at him. I sort of looked it up and down. I'm like, I don't think you can hold it hard enough for long enough. Sorry. His friend was dying on the floor from laughter.
Yeah, no, to cast something like that, it takes a while, you know. And I'm pretty sure you don't have enough, and there's not enough Viagra in the world to keep that thing hot.
That's true.
Yeah, now, if you ever thought this was family friendly, you can clearly see it's not. we are not the family friendly. Yeah. So and on the podcast, obviously, most people can't see the reactions of the people's faces, but you sure as hell can hear the laughing. That's enough, really, most of the time. But yeah, no. So with regards to the cons, obviously, I mean, you know, I can only imagine what it's like for you guys down there. I mean, we haven't had a con. We had one Comic Con when we arrived here, and that was in the small town that we were at, because every town has a Comic Con. Every town here. Not the villages, the towns. Villages,
they're not big ones. They're like mini Comic Cons.
Yeah, but they're all run by the same company, so it's all Comic Con. So it's all, every one of them is a Comic Con all over the United Kingdom. You get the big ones in Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Inverness, London, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol. You know, the big cities. You normally get them there, but you also get the smaller ones. And we had, I think there was one in Kilmarnock before the lockdowns happened, and then obviously nothing after that. So, you know, we get to see them quite often, but you guys only get the big cons at a certain time. It's like con season's only like a short amount of time, whereas here it's all year round. So I would say you guys would love it up here if you had to just come to a couple of cons. You're like, oh, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
You get bored after a while too, but
just need to deal with the cold.
Yeah, I mean,
survive the
we've
cold.
got what? We've got Rage, we've got Comic Con, and then FanCon.
FanCon.
I mean, Icon was technically, even before the lockdown, was going to be cancelled for the year, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Icon's basically disappeared. Geekfest, I don't know if they're coming back or not, because they were going to take a year's break and then come back, and then obviously with lockdown happening, they didn't come back. So it's like, don't even know if Geekfest is back. And then you get the very tiny little comic book things that's like, worth our time to go stand there because we maybe make 200 grand per day. It's like, no, we do used to Comic Con and Rage pricing and the profit you get from there, going to stand for 200 grand there, it's like, no.
Yeah, it starts turning into something that's just not worth it anymore. I mean, you know, it's awesome to be at the cons and to be able to do that kind of stuff, but you literally, any profits you make go straight into paying for the stands and any of the usage for the equipment, like your resins and your plastics and anything that you do for your 3D printers and stuff
and
like
even
that.
the travel, because I mean, most of the cons are all in Joburg. We're situated in Victoria. That's an hour's
And
drive.
not just Pretoria, like the back end of Pretoria as well. So you're on the other side of Pretoria.
Yep.
You have to have a passport to go there.
Well, now we have one, so we can go. It's fine.
Except I don't think South Africa's still locked down in terms of flights and things. No one wants to fly here because we've got the dangerous strain of the virus. Yeah. Fun
Well,
times.
it's the more catchable strain. Apparently, it is weaker though, from what I've heard.
I don't know. You get so many different things. Like, it's on one it says it's more deadly, on the other it says it's more contagious. Then they say that 5G will make you sick as well, and it's like, you don't know. That's the biggest thing at the moment. It's been going on. Don't get the vaccine until 5G is going to be embedded in your skin in a nanochip, and I'm like,
What?
I don't even get this kind of stuff from the sci-fi I watch. What are you watching?
Exactly. Okay, so a radio wave is going to infect you with COVID, guys. I'm warning you now. That is the truth, according to the South African government. According to the South African government, radio waves are going to infect you with COVID.
But only the 5G one.
Yeah.
Only the 5.
yeah,
4G.
none of the
it's
others.
too weak to travel on a 4G wave. You see,
No
because
3G,
the 4G,
no
because
edge,
the
no
wave,
nothing.
the wave is too much like this. You see, and now that they've found the 5G wave, which is just under the 4G wave, and it's a little bit like this. So it's a nice
It just
nice
cruises
wave.
along.
Yeah, it just cruises. See, with the 4G wave, it's like big waves. You so it makes sense that it can only travel on the smaller waves. We're probably going to get, well, we don't get monetized on YouTube anyway, but hopefully this video doesn't get banned.
Because I'll fight it.
Yeah, we'll fight it. We don't have lawyers, but we'll fight it.
Just beep out the C word.
Yes, because apparently that is bad on YouTube now. It's misinformation. It's like, yeah, it's a joke, you fucking idiots.
Unfortunately, the problem is there are a lot of these flat earthers that are going on about how, the vaccine is wrong and 5G and... I mean, the stuff that I've seen come out, because our one friend, Justin, goes and posts on his Facebook thing daily, all of the stuff from flat earthers and what they're saying about the whole masking and the pandemic and it's like, do you want a tinfoil hat? you clearly need one.
But even then, that's not going to protect you from all the waves.
True.
And the thing is, it's a small portion of any kind of population that is like that. It's just unfortunately you get. Excuse me. The smallest portions are usually the loudest voices. It's sad. It's sad, but it's true.
Chaos.
Yeah, they make the most chaos and the most noise. It's sad, but it's true. But yeah, as we say, we try to avoid politics on our channel, so we'll veer very quickly away from politics and
So,
keep it
Captain!
and keep it on the funny side of how people actually think, like scientifically.
Are we going to
How awesome.
investigate this new virus?
Yeah. Scientifically, how fast is 5G? Because I actually don't know. I mean, I hear all this talk. They've got 5G that they're trying to roll out here in the UK and all that stuff. And I'm trying to think, how fast is it? I've never really looked and tried to figure out how fast. Carl, do you know how fast it is?
I'm actually busy googling it now.
That is
Google is
lazy.
your friend.
That is lazy.
You're not better in IT than you. You just Google better.
Yeah, Google. Why not? I'm gonna look at this 5G top speed. How's that?
Who gets the answer first?
10 gigabits per second. Fucking hell! That's fucking fast! Holy crap!
That means nothing to me until I've actually experienced it. I'm one of those that, you tell me it's fast, okay, cool, that's fine. And then I experience it, I'm like, oh, this is fast.
Yeah,
no,
I'm the
the thing is-
same.
Fast. And then you go back to something slow and you're like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, but for
I'm the
wireless,
same as you.
that is fucking fast. I never thought that wireless could go that fast, but holy crap, that's fast. I mean, it still doesn't beat fiber, but fuck, it's still fast.
It can go up to 20 gigabytes per second.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, we got 100. Was it 100
I'll just
gig?
sit and not hear and go, wow, that sounds
No?
really, really fast.
35 gig line. We've got a 35 gig line coming into our house, a fiber line, and I think it's 35 gig. It's fucking fast. We basically we download at if our download drops to lower than 5 megabytes per second, it's going too slowly because we're normally about 7 to about 16 megs per second.
Downloaded a 15 gig game in a couple of hours.
Yeah, we downloaded both of us together actually downloaded No Man's Sky, and we went out to the shop to go and buy some stuff, came back and poop, there, it's done.
No, but I was updating Guild Wars, I was downloading No Man's Sky, and I was downloading another game, and
Yeah.
all of them are done.
Yeah.
Nice.
But one day we'll get there.
One day's one
One
day.
day is one day.
Yeah, but that South African service providers themselves would have to actually provide it.
Yeah.
If infrastructure allows it.
Yes.
Remember, we're only now getting rid of our 5 meg or 2 meg line.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Moving away from ADSL.
Actually, yeah.
Don't you guys have fiber in your area? I thought you guys had fiber.
Oh, we've got
Yeah, no, we've got fiber, but I mean, there's still parts around South Africa, a lot of parts
Oh,
around
many,
South Africa
many.
that
Hey.
you can't get fiber.
Yeah.
It's
Many.
only recently where we used to live. I think it's just after we left that fiber became available in that area.
Quick, they left. Send in the fiber.
Exactly. It was like, they're gone. Quickly, send it in now. Like assholes. Yeah, but no, it's fine because we come here now. Both kids and I have decent jobs. We're earning money. We're happy. We got nice big gaming rigs. We did it, you know. More than anything, we did it. We succeeded.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about that. What I want to know is the Omnus. I want people to know about the Omnus. So, Captain, this is your turn to
My turn.
shine some light on the ship. Now, firstly, I'd like to just mention that yes, here in the UK there are actually multiple chapters of Starfleet International.
But don't join them. Join the Omnus.
But join the Omnus. Yeah, join the Omnus.
Yeah.
Come on.
We need more people. Come on, people. You know
Kinda
you want
need
to
more
join
crew.
the Omnus. Come.
And come on, guys,
Do
look at how cool the ship is. That. Oh shit!
Captain, he broke the ship. Captain, emergency, red alert. Red alert. He broke the ship. We're
Security
falling.
is causing problems.
Well, it's come apart, so you need to put
Security
it back
broke the
together.
ship.
Oh, wait, there we go.
That's not any word you want to hear out of an engineer's mouth. It broke. I just.
I'm not an engineer. I'm not an engineer. Remember, I'm security. So.
That makes it worse. Oh no, my gun fell apart. Wait, I need to fix it quick.
Guns? We don't have guns. This is the ship you'll be flying in.
Yes.
Just don't break it this time.
Just don't drop it. But
Beautiful
that's
Nova
the ship
class.
you'll be flying in. Oh, beautiful, stunning. You know what? These nacelles were actually they can pop out. Look at this. The nacelles can actually pop out for some odd reason. I'm gonna actually super glue them in because that's just stupid.
But anyway.
Anyway, it is. It's stupid. Why? You don't supposed to build it. Anyway.
For transportation, so you don't break it off. It doesn't snap.
No, it's actually so you can put LEDs in.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going to do that. That's also pointless. That's just pointless, man. Anyway, so tell us a little bit more about the Nova class that is the USS Omnus.
Well, the Omnus was commissioned in 2020 in July. So we've been running now for almost 2 years, considering our launch date was in October 2019. So we are the second ship in the 8th fleet. We are the only...
Didn't hear
And
any of that. We are the only.
We are the only, and then the aliens started taking over.
the bulldog, yeah. Sorry.
Fucking Romulans.
So we are actually one of the only meeting chapters in South Africa. Not only, we are the only meeting chapter. There is no other ones.
Not that we can meet at the moment.
Yeah.
We're a meeting chapter, but we're not allowed to meet.
The president said no.
So yeah, no, it is a part of the Star Trek Fan Association, building up the fan base for Star Trek, the ideals of Star Trek, on how life should be, how to treat each other, just how to make the world better, and how to have fun together.
Mm.
How
Not break your starship.
How did the name? How did it come? The USS Omnus. How did the name come about?
Okay, well, that was actually, it goes alongside our credo. So, head of security, do you actually know what our credo is?
I can tell you.
Never, ever told me what the credo is.
I'm pretty sure he has. You just
No,
haven't paid
no.
attention.
I asked, he never answered. I've asked
See.
multiple times actually, and he never.
See.
He's like, the conversation veered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we get distracted easily. What
I
can we
blame you. I blame you, dude. It's not my fault that you didn't tell me. I kept asking. You never answered.
When last did you go on?
It's like
the
you didn't
Star
want to
Trek
tell me
database?
about the freaking credo. You're like, no, I don't want to tell you.
He asked you a question.
What did you say?
When last did you go on the database?
Jeez, like, dude, last time I went on the
Right there,
database
right
ages
there's
ago.
your
Come on.
answer.
I've been working my ass off here. I haven't had much time to go on the database. Give me a break.
I feel you. I'm the same. It's been insane. Okay, the motto of the Omnus is actually Semper Paratus, which means always ready.
Always
And
ready.
the Omnus is basically roughly translated to everyone's welcome.
Isn't it Semper Fi, which means no one left behind?
Yes.
Okay. I thought
So
so.
we are always ready. Because this was built to be a engineering ship. That's why we chose the Nova class. We are planning on moving ships, upgrading it, just waiting for finalization of some stuff, so we can't say that yet.
Yeah, but that's private stuff. None of you
That's
know
private.
are allowed to know
You
about
didn't hear
that.
it here.
I need to quickly. I'll be back now. I'm going to leave you guys in that CO. The
EXO. Kisio.
the CO is leaving. The EXO needs to talk.
You're acting CO. Sorry.
So,
No, I'm just a pretty face here. That's all.
so, for those of the people who don't know what is the SFI and the Star Trek fan stuff, maybe you can tell us a bit more about that so that they can learn while the captain is gone.
Well, I mean, SFI and that, it's the fan association. Joining it means that you get to do exams. That sounds worse than. I sound like a
You get to write exams. Everyone's going, fuck that, I'm not joining now.
No, but you get to up yourself in rank, starting off at the lowest rank.
Which isn't even ensign, just so anyone knows. It's actually crewman.
Yep. So you get to be a crewman recruit and then work yourself up with every exam that you do. The exams are actually, I mean, as I said, it sounds very nerdy and terrible when I say that, but they're a lot of fun. You learn quite a bit. I mean, a lot of the stuff, because it's related to what's it name? The whole Star Trek franchise
Pause for a
is
sec.
based. Okay.
Actually, I'm going to go for a sec, but you can keep talking about it.
Yeah, you can keep talking.
Okay. So the whole Star Trek franchise is based off of the military and their ranking system and the way that they do things. So a lot of the exams that you take actually end up being about procedures that they use in the military, which is quite awesome. I know one of the exams that I found the most fun was the evacuation procedure, and it's talking about helicopter evacuation procedures, and it's actually quite cool.
I remember doing some of them, but also you don't always just have to do the exams. Like, I only recently started doing the exams and I started building up, and then eventually I was like, hey, wait, let me take this more seriously, and then I started doing the exams. But the nice thing is that it's not just the exams, so there's the interaction with everyone on the Discord channels and going to the events, and you get points for doing that, and you get points for doing all these other weird and random things, which is pretty cool. So for those of you who don't like exams, it's not just about exams and tests. They help a lot, but you don't need to focus on that first.
Yeah.
You can ease your way in.
Yeah, it's
For those of you who are like me and you go, screw that, I hate exams. Our cat tree arrived. Sorry, see that's why I'm tired, because I was running after a cat tree.
It has legs.
Image of
It
a
runs.
actual cat tree running around.
Yeah.
Catch me if you can.
It's a tiring job, okay? I told you I was going to super glue the thing in. I wasn't lying, by the way. I'm super gluing the nacelles back on.
It's just so he doesn't break it.
Yeah, exactly, so I don't break it.
You say this, but we both know that you managed to break things whether they're meant to be broken or not.
Hey, that wasn't me. That was on the flight, okay? That had nothing to do with me. That's unfair.
We wrapped the things in bubble wrap. We kept them so safe, and
Yeah.
then we opened all it up, and no, it's broken.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, transporting stuff. I mean, that's one of our big nightmares when we go to cons. It's like, what are
How
we
many
going
are
to
gonna
have?
break?
We have a breakage thing there. Our record has been one thing broken during an entire convention. The worst one we had, it was 10 things that broke.
No,
Oh.
the worst one we had was for wargaming when we lost all
No,
our
no,
stuff.
that doesn't count because that was a car crash.
Exactly.
We lost
Transporting.
everything.
She's like,
We even lost the transport.
Yeah. Oh,
holy
that was
crap,
horrible.
that is unlucky. What happened? Jeez.
Dude went and skipped the robot, went into my little Clio in the back, sent my Clio flying, the boot went open, all my stock went all over the street, and I got to watch all the cars driving over everything I had painted and made, and I'm like,
Before the convention.
no, we went the day before. We were going to sleep over by
yeah.
your mom's place because it was closer to the convention. So we went the day before to go there, and yeah. It was not fun.
I would have been in the road going, stop! But that's just
I wanted to, but the one with the head on his shoulders went and told me no.
Yeah, I would have done the same.
Go stand on the side.
I would have said the same. I would have said, you know what? We can replace that stuff. They can let it get crushed. It's fine. Your life is more important
But
than
it's
some
all
figurines.
that hard work.
Yeah, and you can never do it again if you get hit by a car.
We can always reprint stuff. We can't reprint you.
Exactly.
Well,
Well, I mean, technically, there's bio printers now, hey?
True, and you're small enough, so it'll be a quick print.
For heaven's sake!
You?
run.
If you guys don't
Run
get
far and run fast.
paid, you know what happened.
The funeral will be
I mean,
next.
we'll have a new CO. Yeah. Jeez, no. No, I've had my fair share of accidents in my life. I've had someone skip a stop street and my car spin out because he hit the back of the car, and it was a sedan. And you know that when the back of a sedan gets hit, all the weight on the back is what actually controls the car. The car started spinning out, and me being trained on how to actually keep a car from completely spinning out, I managed to keep it from spinning out by counter steering and accelerating. I just couldn't get the car straight again, so it mounted the pavement and took the whole car out. I took out signboards on, you know what Cresta is? Is that road that goes to Cresta? One point there was actually a sign that was sticking up on across the road from McDonald's. There was a big sign that they would advertise all this stuff. That sign disappeared because my car took it.
I have the best one.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Mine's the best, where I pushed a gate off its hinges. That's
Oh,
the best
God.
accident.
You know what? I'm really proud of her. I've always said to her that, you know what, if you're going to damage my car, or if you're ever going to damage a car when we're driving, you better either write it off or deal a shit ton of damage to it. She did.
I didn't write it off.
She didn't write it off. She managed to do about 20,000, no? It was 30,000
Yeah.
rands worth of damage. So it's pretty good. She took out the entire front bumper, the light, the bonnet, all of that was gone. So it had to be replaced. So I think she did pretty well.
luckily, my accidents have not involved other cars, or at least when I've been behind the driver's wheel, it has not involved other cars. It's involved holes and gutters.
It sounds like Karen.
Morgan leaves his fucking breakfast bowl on the dashboard. I didn't see it. I go and turn because I'm driving. I go and turn. I see this thing coming. I don't register in my brain. Oh, it's a bowl. So I panic. I try and get rid of it. At the same time, my hands go like that. I end up in the van with the tire popped and everything. The other time was I come home late at night, and the guys or the apartments that we lived in at the homestay went and parked like absolute shitting. So it was a really tight parking. I was tired. It was dark. My car ended up on the floor.
Well, that's like what happened with me with the gates. It was raining, it was dark, I was still very much learning, and I thought I hit the brake when I hit the accelerator, and I went into the gate.
She didn't just hit the accelerator, she was in first gear.
Oh,
So Now you got to remember this is a VW Polo, a little 1400 Polo, and they still have power on pull-off. They are pretty fucking powerful when they pull off, and I've always said to her, be careful with the accelerator.
But you guys have seen the gate.
Yeah.
That gate was tiny.
Yeah, you saw the size of the gate. It's very small. I said to her, if she can get through it first time, if she can actually get through the gate first time, or get to the gate first time without any problems. No, she got to it on it.
I got to it.
But if she could do that, she'll.
It had to be open.
Yeah, but the gate was open actually.
No, it wasn't. It was closed.
No, it wasn't. It was open.
No, it was closed.
Oh, it was closed. It was closed.
Because
Yes.
that's how I knocked it off the
Yes,
rails.
she knocked it off the rails because it was closed. But it was really funny because I said to her, if she can get through the gate, I didn't say. I should have explained that she should stop before we actually get there so that the
Should've
gate
said
can
while
open
it was
first.
open.
But if she can get through the gate, she'll actually be a pretty good driver and she'll be fine. You know, she'll pass her license very easily. Well, she almost went through the gate. She didn't quite get there though. I mean, the gate was still on its hinges, so she didn't quite get through it. You know, she
Instructions were unclear.
Yeah, they were. I agree. I had very bad instructions.
No, you know what? Okay, she's such a bad driver. I shit you not. I worry when I drive with her because when she gets scared, she turns the fucking car off.
I do.
I'm sorry. I get terrified when she's
twice.
behind the wheel. I'm like, we're driving in a parking lot and we're busy just driving around in circles and trying to get her used to driving a car. So I say, right, go around here and then go up the hill and then go around the top. She goes round. She
Something
goes up the
happened
hill.
and I
Then
started
she comes back.
freaking out because he started speaking loud. Or I
did not.
I started
She's lying.
panicking, and I was like, you know what? I
Fucking
can't do
lying.
it. And I switched it off.
I am probably the most calm instructor you will ever have because when she crashed the car into the wall, the first thing I did was like, "Oh, you're right." I was like, the car hit the wall, like, poof, and I'm like, "Angel, you're alright." She starts crying. I'm like, "Angel, don't worry. It's just a car. Are you alright?" She's like, "But I broke your car." I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Angel."
No, that would be Carl. Phones me. I'm sitting in Joburg in freaking time. He's in Pretoria. Phones me. My car's gone. It's like, wait, what? My car's gone. It's alright. Oh fuck! I fixed my
That was
car.
many moons ago, and it was the first car I bought with my own money.
Still, that's all I could get out of him. My car's gone. It's fine. It's like, what happened? I was in a car crash. Are you okay?
At least you're alright.
Oh god! It's like, are you okay? I didn't get any information other than if his car was fucked up. Near the end of the thing, he's like, "Yeah, I called Ma. She's on the way." I'm like, okay, well, at least there'll be someone there to tell me whether you're bleeding or not, because apparently asking you, are you bleeding? I don't know, but my car's fucked up.
Yeah, my priorities are straight.
Yeah, dude. No, they're not.
He threw off his car big time with that. He took out an entire boulder, and these idiots went and just stopped in front of him, so he veered off the road so that he didn't go into the car, went into this huge boulder, and managed to turn his car.
Nice one.
Like, flip.
Chana, I always say a good accident is a write-off. Seriously, if you're gonna have an accident, write your fucking car off. That is rule number one. You know, if you're gonna have an accident, write the damn thing off. I think the only accident I've ever had where I didn't write it off, I've actually never had an accident where it's my fault, and I wrote the car and I didn't write the car off. But I've only ever written the car off once, and that wasn't even my fault. So hey, you know, I think I'm lucky. No, but she is so funny, really. Okay.
I did it in Durban when I was driving with my dad
Yeah.
as well, and there was, I'm petrified of driving next to big buses and trucks, and it was a little teeny tiny, what was it, a Kia Picanto, so those teeny little cars, and we're driving on the highway from Durban to Joburg, and I have to go between these two cars, and my dad's like, okay, just calm down, you'll be fine. And the truck starts moving closer. I'm like, nope. Switch it off. I'm like, what are you doing?
Fucking
On the highway.
100 kilometers an hour, and she turns the fucking thing off.
I've only done it twice.
But the thing is, Now, she's like the same thing happened. We're at Greenstone's parking lot, and we're just driving around in circles. We go up, and then we go down. She did it perfectly. She went down the hill, then she turned and she started going around the square, and then a car came up the hill, and she freaked out. It came up the parking thing. She freaked out and turned the car off. I'm like, Angel, what are you doing?
Like a game or something. You can just switch it off.
She's like,
Switch it off and it's gone.
she's like, if I turn it off, the problem's gone. I'm like, no, you just caused more.
It's like covering your eyes so you can't see the accident happening.
Yes.
I tried to explain to her, if you turn the car off, power steering's off, brakes are off, clutches off, everything is fucking off.
But it's off because then it's gone. It's fine.
The car just carries on moving, but you won't be able to stop it because the brake is dead.
Granted, I've only ever done it twice and I've never done it again.
Yeah, that was the only time I ever shouted at her, was when she actually turned the car off and we were moving forward. And I had to yank up the handbrake. Thankfully, it was only like 10 k's an hour, so I could yank up the handbrake and stop the car. But it was like, if she was alone in the car, that car would have gone straight into the wall.
We made for even more funny story though.
No, that wouldn't be, because I'd be paying for the fucking damage to the car. I'd have to explain to the insurance that I fell asleep at the wheel or something stupid, so that I don't have to worry about paying the exorbitant excess. No.
Anyway, while we're on the subject of idiotic things, how did you guys start Two Idiots streaming?
How did you
Tell
guys
us
start
about that,
dating?
because
That was the first thought that went through my head. Is, how did you guys start dating? Now that we're talking about stupid or idiotic things.
No, we've covered fairy fountains and we've covered the Omnus, but we haven't covered your streaming thing.
Yes,
Well,
it's a good segue.
Exactly.
Driving to a wall. How did you start your streaming?
The same way. I drove into the wall one day and I said, I want to start streaming.
No, we switched something off and
I
decided.
didn't see it happening.
I want to start streaming.
No, they switched something off and decided to start streaming.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
At least I can laugh about it.
Humorous segue right there. Jeez, that's the best. Anyway, yes. How did Two Idiots streaming start?
Well, I mean, we had the fairy fountain streaming and that, which we very seldom use. And Epic came out with GTA 5 for free. So I'm like, okay, well, this wasn't a game that I thought I'd enjoy. I really didn't.
Tell Karen
But
that.
we were looking for a game that both myself, or that I could actually play with Carel. So it's like, okay, fine, you know what, it's free, let me download it, I'll probably play it once or twice with him, make him happy, and then we'll move on. And I started playing GTA 5 with him, and it was actually so much fun, and I was enjoying it. And the two of us got into it quite heavily. And at one point we kept on, because we'd play it whenever we were on call with friends and things like that. And very often we'd make comments about, yeah, no, we're just two idiots playing this game and that. And sort of from there's where the name came, where we were talking about, yeah, no, we're just two idiots playing this game. Then Carl was like, well, why don't we be two idiots streaming this game? So I was like, okay. So we took the Fairy Fountains page and then I changed it around to idiot streaming, and boom. Unfortunately, idiot number 2 has not been able to stream because of the lack of soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Explain to me why you're polishing platters, though.
ADHD.
Yeah, you know that you will never be able to use them again because you're taking them apart outside the clean room,
these
right?
are old 20 gig hard drives.
Oh, okay, so they're pretty useless anyway.
Yeah. And the one was corrupted anyway.
Yeah, the one was 3 terabyte, but it was completely gone.
I know that feeling.
It'll be cheaper just to buy a new terabyte or a new 3 terabyte.
You managed to recover
Don't
any
take
data
that.
from it.
Yeah.
Luckily, yeah.
Oh, lucky. That's good. Yeah. You lose a hard drive, you lose a hard drive. That's computers for you. That's why you always got to have backups. You got to back it up into the cloud, which most people think is actually a cloud in the sky. For you,
It's
for
the
you
same
people
5G people.
yeah.
They should play that game I found yesterday.
They should, yes.
I found a game where you literally like a cloud and you go and rain on things.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Angry Cloud.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
If you guys want it, it's on Game Pass. I believe you guys have Game Pass.
Yeah, no, I've got Game Pass.
I'll see what it's called and I'll let you know. But it's actually pretty cool. You like this cloud and your goal is to rain on people and start fires and break things.
I looked back a few times. It's such a weird game.
Well, I mean, I played, the Goose Game, Untitled Goose Game, and that was such awesome chaos. It's like, when you've got a game that has no purpose other than causing chaos.
Goat Simulator.
No.
Exactly.
What's that one Courtney told us
Protection.
about?
Oh no, the one Courtney told us about. Have you heard of Chairfucker or Chair Fucking Simulator?
No.
You fuck chairs.
Yeah. It's
That's
something you cannot unsee.
I'm not gonna watch it
so
again.
Weird, like really.
I am not gonna watch it again. But oh my god.
Well, someone's
If you ever-
fetish was definitely fed with that.
But
It's
there's like wooden chairs and dustbins.
oh my god. And you date them. You actually date the chairs.
It's like a Tinder kind of thing.
Oh no.
But once you see it, you cannot ever unsee it. That's why
So fair
I
warning.
warn anyone who watches any video on Chair Fucking Simulator, when you see it, you will never unsee it. And believe me, you will have nightmares. Trust me. Especially the thing that fucks the chairs. That is
It's like
the
a
thing of
great
nightmares.
blob, and it doesn't even look human.
It looks like a great dustbin with arms and legs, a mouth, and a really squashed face. It's scary. Very scary. And you gotta wonder if it's like the guy we were watching, he said, is it a post-apocalyptic world that this guy's turned into this thing and he enjoys fucking chairs and they talk to him? And, you know, I'm gonna fuck you broken. It literally happens. You can pork a chair broken.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It is so scary. Oh, no.
Yeah, but people are weird.
It takes all kinds to make the world go round, sadly. Even the weird kinds.
I don't know, I think we could do with a little less Karens and Richards.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the male name. I always wondered. I know the Karen part, but I never really. I was like, what about the dudes though? They're dudes that act like that as well. So they're called Richards.
They're called Richards because Richards are dicks.
Richards are dicks. You're right.
The worst is that people don't get my name right. So when I say my name is Karen, they go Karen. I'm like,
Fuck off! I'm not Karen.
The best is my first name is actually Karen.
And yet she does have a Karen side.
To be fair, I pull out the Karen side when we're talking about putting stuff that you're allergic to that can put you into the hospital on your food after we've told them don't do that shit. Then yes, then the Karen in me comes out because
it's necessary.
yeah.
I don't let her
waiter,
inner Karen
"Don't
come
do
out.
it." Or actually, he told the waiter don't do it. He's allergic to basil. And what do? They put a nice big basil sprig on the top, and it's like, but he's allergic. If he eats this, he's going to swell up. We're going to have to rush to hospital. No, please take it away. Comes back literally 2 seconds later, where you can see she's just taken the sprig off. It's like,
Can't do that.
okay, you know what? Just call the manager. Let's just sort this out because apparently you don't listen to instructions. You don't care. So yeah, then my Karen came out. I'm like, you know what? You can guarantee that this food won't kill my husband. We'll eat it, but understand that if anything happens to him, you guys are paying for the medical bills or the funeral or whatever else happens.
I would do the same thing, to be honest.
And I do have an allergic food that I can't eat. I just swell up a little bit. Can't breathe for about
No,
5
but if you
seconds.
ask someone not to do something and they go and do it, then you're just not listening.
Yes, I know. I
The thing
agree.
is, he's to the point where we do have to rush him to hospital. Because it's not just a little bit of swelling, it's another swelling, it's
Yeah.
not breathing at all for quite some time, and he needs that injection to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
epinephrine.
there's air, this is what breathing is.
Not an epinephrine, straight antihistamines. Yeah, that really fast antihistamine that works. I've had that before
Ins-
when I ate too much Ava.
EpiPen.
Yeah, no, for me,
No,
it's
EpiPens are for diabetes,
Oh.
Angel. Wrong illness. You're looking at
tried.
antihistamines. It's a very fast acting antihistamine. That's all it really is. It works really, really quickly. One of those. But yes, so we've had those incidences as well, especially with me and Ava. I'm very allergic to Ava, so I can't eat avocados. I love them, but I
oh
can't eat them.
no, that sucks. How
Yeah,
can
it
you be a
does.
millennial without the ever toast?
That's the thing. I'm not. I don't understand that because okay, look, I'm 1984, and people say that I'm a millennial because I'm 1984, but I really don't think I am because I was born in that period between Gen Z and millennial. You know, it's like that switching period. So I understand memes and all that stuff. The millennials do that. I
You're a
understand the whole meme
zillennial.
stuff. I'm a zillennial, yes, but I quote movies all the time. I can't stand certain things that some people do on this side, and I can't stand certain things that people do on this side. And then I love certain things that people do on this side, and I love certain things that people do. I listen to Gen Z music, and I love Gen Z music.
Sorry,
can't stand millennial
I just
music.
don't like the Tide Pods they eat.
Yeah, exactly. But I honestly think I was born in that transition period, you know, where it was switching between Gen Z and millennial, and I just kind of got caught in the middle. So I've got two sides of both. Like
Well,
I've actually got the
that's what
best side of
80
both
babies
coins.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the best side of both coins though, because I like things from both sides, and it's things that everyone likes from both sides. So it's all cool. I'm like, I'm just mellow in the middle there, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're 86 babies, and I think it's the whole 80, things from 82 to 88 is sort of the transition period
Yeah,
where we're in between. But it's also, someone pointed out the whole difference between millennials, or more specifically your zennials and that, as opposed to the generation, or the, what's it, Z generation and that, is we've grown up watching technology change. We went from analog to digital.
yes.
Digital.
We went from
That big
from
word.
Pokemon to Digimon.
Nah, Pokemon still rules.
Yeah, Digimon is a sad, failed
I'm
adventure.
sorry, I don't know what the hell Digimon
understand
is.
Digimon.
So.
So weird. I tried to get into it. I really and truly did, and I was like, no.
That was like me and
It's like
Yu-Gi-Oh.
you get a little blob, and then it becomes a cat, and then it becomes a sexy woman, and you're like,
What?
wait, what?
What the fuck?
Pokemon makes sense because it's a little thing, and then it's a bigger thing, and then it's a huge thing.
Exactly.
That's what she said.
But it's
I had to. I'm sorry. It was there.
If it's there, you have to grab it.
That's payback because she does it to me so often. Not that that's what she said, but just she'll say things that I will not be thinking about it, and she'll like, "Ah!" and she'll crack a joke. So I thought I'd just.
I have no words.
She probably is laughing. I can't see her face, but she probably is laughing. When she really enjoys it, she'll laugh quietly because and you'll know she's laughing because she'll be doing this. Then you know she's
Just look at the
really
lights in
fun,
the
funny.
background if you see them popping about.
Yeah, you can see them right
Yeah.
there. I'm trying to get there. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, not everyone can though, because what they'll see is purple over here. But
Yeah.
right there are her
Smart that
earphones, and we can see them moving. No one else can.
We know the truth.
The truth is out there.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Are we just naming like weird TV shows?
Wasn't the truth is out there from X-Files?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Why are you mentioning the Twilight Zone then?
Because X-Files is a derivative of Twilight Zone. How does no one know that?
I never watched Twilight Zone. I'm too young for that, but I'm old enough for X-Files.
the Outer Limits and Twilight Zone were sort of interconnected, and then
Yeah.
X-Files. X-Files was like the alien version of Outer Limits, and you know, you look at. Here's what I really find funny. Who's actually watched TNG, Voyager, and Deep Space Nine like in depth?
Well, I'm pretty sure the captain and the commander watched it.
Yeah. Now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. How many of those episodes, if you watch them carefully, have you watched Twilight Zone before?
Yep.
Like a lot of Twilight Zone. Have you noticed that quite a few of the episodes of Star Trek sort of have leanings towards the Twilight Zone? Just like
It does.
every once
Yeah,
in a
but that's
while, you'll...
because there was, I can't remember if it was the writer or one of the producers that worked on Star Trek also worked on Twilight Zone.
Ah, yes, because there was that one episode. There was a one episode where they went to where the time space dude came and he launched them so
Q.
far into the future that no, not Q. Everyone knows Q. The other one, the unknown,
the creepy,
the unknown one
the
that
weird,
that
what
idiot
was he
will.
known? The
what's his name?
Traveler or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Traveler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That what's his name? That dipshit in like gets close to. You know that no one likes. What's his name? Crusher. Wesley Crusher. I don't know why anyone likes him. Fucking dipshit. Yes, he's a good name for him. He's an asshole. I don't like him. Terrible
There's
character.
some people out there that
He
like
was
him
the
for that.
worst character in Star Trek, and this is putting aside that other one from Deep Space Nine, the Ferengi child, that I didn't like either.
Oh.
You know, I liked
This is
him
why
more
I
than I
like
liked
Big
Wesley
Bang.
Crusher.
They carry on that thing.
Yeah, well, not really though. You think about it, they actually they praise Wesley Crusher in Big Bang Theory.
Yes,
I
and no,
can't
if you look
stand
at it,
him.
they're actually mock about the fact that he is one of the most hated characters.
Yeah,
You're damn right
about
he
it,
is,
they
and it's for a good
point it out.
reason. I hated him when I was a kid. I watched Star Trek for the first time. Every time I saw Wesley Crusher, I just wanted to climb into the TV and smack him. All I wanted to do was just smack him. I don't know why. I think it was.
He's a whiny bitch.
I think he was the Anakin Skywalker of fucking Star Trek. Really, he was. Honestly, he was the Anakin Skywalker of Star Trek.
What do you guys think?
He would whine about everything.
Because otherwise he
That's
won't
what I
shut up.
said. He's a whiny bitch.
The one from Game of Thrones that everyone hates.
Oh
Joffrey?
God.
Joffrey.
Oh, everyone hates Joffrey, but you know they make
No,
you
but
hate
Joffrey
Joffrey.
was a good character, though. He was
Yeah.
a hated character.
He was
yes,
supposed to be a hated
but
character.
He actually had depth to him. Whereas
Yeah.
Wesley Crusher had nothing.
had no depth. I mean, he was a shallow pool.
You couldn't even drop a stone in there. It wouldn't even wet an entire stone if you put it in there. That's how shallow he was.
The
Terrible character.
development with him.
Oh.
Just,
It was a wasted opportunity of a red shirt.
Yeah. Exactly. I would have been the one to send him out on one of the away missions to die, because I know that he would be the one that would die. And I am chief of security. I would have sent him out to die, knowing full well that he's never coming back. That's how much of a dick
No,
I
but
am.
what if he does come back? Then what?
Then I'd send him out again. I would send him out on every dangerous mission, because one of them he's guaranteed to not come back, and that's all that matters to me. I am that kind of person. I am evil. But then you think about it. Wesley Crusher had how many seasons? I mean, he was in it pretty much full time for about 3 or 4 seasons, somewhere around there, right? 2 seasons. Sorry, no, it was 2 or 1. The chief of security in the very first season. I think she died in the first season, didn't she? At the end.
Yeah.
Natasha.
1 season, Natasha Yar, and she was a fucking awesome character. They built her so well. They created her as she was just molded perfectly in that character, and she died, right? And people actually didn't like the fact that she died. And Wesley Crusher was around from the beginning, for 4 seasons, and then they still brought him back from the academy. I say he should have been the one who died in that ship when they were doing that stupid stunt and that other
Because they
dude
didn't
died.
want to kill a child. That's ultimately
But
what
they
it
killed
was
another
about.
child.
They would have gotten into trouble if they had killed the child.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
A
Yeah.
big development and that, or at least big development.
big development in a pool about that shallow. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so much
Yeah, he did a little
development.
dribble.
Yeah, you know what? I think I can't remember who said it, but there was a comedy where I watched where the guy said, I have found more character in a pool of my spit on my bed than I have ever seen in you. I was like, that is so apt. I mean, that is a perfect way to actually point out someone who's very Shadow.
Oh yeah. Oh.
No, I couldn't. Wesley Crusher was by far one of my most hated characters, and this is, again, like I said, putting him next to the Ferengi kid from Deep Space Nine. I still hate Wesley Crusher more.
Yeah, but the Ferengi kid actually had some depth to him. Yes, not much, but he
a little bit more.
Because he was Ferengi, you understood sort of why he was the way he was, and why he was doing things, and he actually contributed to the storyline.
Yeah,
Wesley was just there to get in the way.
Yeah, and irritate. That's why you always hear "Shut up, Wesley," because no one wanted to hear his opinion.
Yeah.
Even in the show, everyone would go like, "Shut up, just shut up, dude. No one wants to hear you. Just go sit in the corner and sulk."
You're a good little boy. Shut up.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kid should be seen, not heard.
But I think especially...
Ooh, dude, you want to get us banned from YouTube?
Ooh, wait, where's your kids? Huh? Ooh.
Have you met my kids?
Yes.
If they don't give us a choice in the not hearing them.
No, the funny thing is she says, where's your kid? How about your kids? What if it's your kids? It's like, where are your kids? They're very quiet.
They're entertained in the bedroom on phones.
Are they playing Fortnite?
No, they've got, they bugged up their laptop so they don't have Fortnite. Not anymore. But no, they're busy on Netflix and that kids' Netflix. They found all of the movies. So it's like, okay, go
sit there for a while. It's fine.
Go have fun.
Yeah, at least Morgan has taste and is watching Star Trek.
Yeah.
Which Star Trek though, dude? Don't take Morgan.
He means with Discovery.
No Discovery.
No,
Don't do that to him.
No, he's watching the original.
Good.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, in the beginning.
I don't know if you start him, but on the original series, dude, he might grow a bit indignant towards the rest of the shows. You know,
I didn't like the original. I didn't like
exactly.
Kirk and all
It
that.
took me a while to get her to watch the others.
I really tried. I tried my best, but then I can't stop laughing when I watch it. I can't take it seriously. So no. And as much as I love William Shatner, I can't watch it. No.
Yeah, his favorite captain is Picard.
Yep.
Good choice.
It's a good captain. Mine goes Picard.
Argue with each other over that.
Mine will always go Picard, Sisko, Janeway, and then Kirk. No other captain. I don't think there are any other good captains. No, because
what about Bweta?
I'm talking about the fucking show. Because then, if you're gonna go reality, you know, we have an admiral as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I had to throw that in because you said there's no other good captains. So
in Star Trek shows, no, there aren't. I think that's the order that I keep it in. It goes Pike, yeah, okay, but he's like, from what I remember, Pike was always an ancillary character. He really wasn't supposed to be a full, you know, part of the Star Trek. He was just like there and then became, you know, there.
What
That's
do you guys think?
What is your order, actually? That's a good thing.
Kirk, but part of that is nostalgia because my dad introduced me to Star Trek with Kirk. And at the time, I was too young to understand the adult references and just how much of a freaking boondog he was. So I saw it in a very different light. So Kirk will always be my favorite, then Picard, and then the rest are extras, honestly.
She's nice. Yes. Sisko, if you're watching, I still like you. Don't worry.
And you, Carl?
Basically the same as Mandy's. Picard,
Wow.
Kirk.
And then ancillary
like
characters.
Janeway, but for other reasons. I need to send you an article of all the war crimes Janeway committed.
Oh God, do you know how often she went against the Prime Director? Why do you think she's the last captain on my list? Okay, other than Kirk, but I mean, Kirk is only because I don't know, the character is a bit annoying. From my side, his personality is just not something that I gel with very well. So that's why I generally have him as low down. But I honestly, Janeway really when they went into, it was Delta Quadrant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Delta Quadrant that they were launched into.
Yep.
Yeah, they just, the Prime Directive meant nothing to them after that. It was like, oh, fuck the Prime Directive.
Exactly.
It sounds like
what?
Discovery. Sounds like Discovery, where all rules can be broken for no good reason other than plotline.
Why did you erase that entire freaking planet? Because I could.
Plotline.
Because it made fun story.
Why is
Story
all the
good?
Why was all the dilithium destroyed? Plot lines. And not even a good plot line, just plot lines. No, I can't.
Sometimes the writers hit the nail on the head. Other times it's like, have you ever watched it?
Exactly. The thing is, you get like one or two good episodes out of, like, for example, maybe Picard or Discovery. One or two good episodes out of it. There were actually some really good scenes that I saw in some of the episodes. But it doesn't take away from how bad the show was. I mean, I watched it and I was like, I don't need to watch Star Trek anymore. I'm happy going back to the old shows. I mean, I've still got all of Deep Space Nine to watch. I've still got all of Voyager to watch. I've still got all of Enterprise to watch. I've got to watch all of those shows again, or watch all of those shows. I haven't finished them. So for me, I've still got all of that, and I can go back and watch it again. So I don't need to watch anything else from Star Trek. I actually can't. They've destroyed it.
Like Star Trek is the new Star Treks are becoming like the new Star Warses.
Well, this is the thing that my brother and I were actually talking about the other day, is that the whole thing that made Star Trek, and the whole reason why we loved it was the diplomacy in it. It wasn't about the explosions and the booms and the action and the fast pace. It was a slow paced thing. It was about the diplomacy, and I mean, especially someone like Picard would rather try and talk his way out of a situation than blow the
have to
shit
go
up.
into battle.
Or sleep his way out of it.
Well, if
Or what? Or sleep his way. No, Kirk
that
or
was
Riker. Or Kirk or Riker. Riker was also he was a horn dog as well.
if that was the option, Picard would say, Riker, have at it.
And he did on multiple occasions. He would like send Riker down to the planet and go on the away mission, because I know you're going to pork everyone there, so go for it.
Make them happy. Preserve the peace.
Prime Directive requires you to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that there was a lot of depth to it, because we're getting out of a situation without having to resort to violence, which means there has to be clever writing in there. There has to be something to keep you focused, and that, I think, was why we were so fixated and why we prefer the original Star Trek series as opposed to the new stuff that's coming out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the new movies and stuff, but at the same time, it's not Star Trek.
No, not Star Trek.
No, the movies.
Star Wars.
It's J.J. Abrams. It's
The movies
J.J.
are
Abrams Star
okay.
Trek.
The movies are okay. It's the new TV series that isn't the same.
Yeah, but look, the whole thing is the movies don't actually. What I feel about the movies, I like them for their action, but it's like that's like Star Trek action, the action side of Star Trek.
Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Star Trek's finest hour. A bridge too far, that kind of Star Trek stuff. Whereas with the Star Trek that I remember, it was always a single episode, and they'd have a problem, and they would have to solve that problem using what they had as captains and commanders and leaders of Starfleet, and without breaking the Prime Directive, which was one of the most important things. Granted, they've done it. They've broken the rules of the Prime Directive in every single Star Trek I have seen.
At least
but
once.
it's not as blatant as it is in for example, Discovery, and recently, actually, when I watched Picard, how badly they actually ruined Starfleet and the entire premise behind Starfleet and what Starfleet actually stood for. You know, I couldn't get behind that. I just could not get behind actually destroying something that we felt when we were younger. We felt that Starfleet actually it was something to be proud of. It was if you had to be part of Starfleet, and obviously this is all fiction. So before you put balls in the comments, go, Star Trek's not real. I know. Thank you. Okay.
Are you sure? Did I not go to space? Oh no.
Oh my God! Was that all a dream?
It was a hallucination.
Was that a dream? Yes, I know. Thank you. So don't go in the comments saying it's not real. I know. Okay. The whole point is, when we were kids, we got sucked into that world. It was
wanted to be part of
we were
it.
part of it. So when we finished watching an episode of Star Trek, I don't know about you, but I used to go out and play Star Trek. You know, I'd go out into the backyard, and I would normally be Captain Picard because I loved Captain Picard that much.
Your brother got shot with phasers several times.
Yeah. So I would always be Captain Picard. I loved playing as Captain Picard. And my friends would always play. We'd all play together, and we just have a good time being part of the Star Trek world, because it was it wasn't all about the action. We were doing like landing on new planets and learning about their civilization. It was fun. You know, we had a lot of fun doing that. But back then, when we were kids, we got sucked into that world, and we actually got sucked into, this is what being part of Starfleet is about. It's about finding new worlds and basically just, and don't start quoting the lines. I don't need you to quote the lines.
You started it.
No, don't start quoting the whole, you know.
Explore strange new worlds. Seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no man has gone before.
That is what we wanted to do, though. The whole thing is that is exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to be part of Starfleet because Starfleet stood for something greater than ourselves, you know. And now you watch, any kid who watches Picard goes, I hate Starfleet. Starfleet is a bunch of shit. Who wants to enjoy Starfleet? Who wants to live that lifestyle? Who wants to actually have peace amongst all men and, well, I suppose whatever they call it now. But you know what I mean. It's like, who wants to have peace? You know, who wants to have everyone just getting along and living the best life that they can and blah, blah, blah. No, we want to hate and hate and hate and cause a war and have robots go to what? Half of that crap didn't even make sense to me. It's like androids going to war against humans. It's like, okay, data?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just that, like, we were talking to Tom, I think, about it, or someone, where the old Star Treks all had one, so there was always one episode, and there was the story from start to finish. Sometimes it would carry on to a little bit longer, so there would be previously on, but it was not like the new ones where it was
seasonal.
A whole season for one story. They all had their different episodes, but it was leading up to the bigger thing. So like in the Next Generation, there were different episodes every single show, but there were parts where they would lead up to the Borg, or they would lead up to something else. So yes, it was one episode per thing from start to finish, but there was still a bigger story, whereas they seem to have lost their way, and it's now just a seasonal thing with one mainline story the whole time. What do you guys think?
And I think the other thing is with it is it's more realistic. It's in an unrealistic situation, but with a more realistic approach of what would actually happen. Because the reality is, we're not just going to shoot first and ask questions later. If we actually do meet aliens, I mean, yeah, there are those idiots that will, but most people with half a brain cell that end up actually in that situation of being a captain are first going to try and resolve it without, boom, bash, oh shit, they've got bigger guns and they've blown up my ship type thing.
Romulans!
Diplomacy thing. It was a situation where, as kids, we could actually put ourselves into that situation in a more realistic sense of the word, even though the scenario itself is not realistic.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
It makes sense to me, but I mean, it may not make sense to some people out there.
Carl?
I agree with Mandy.
Ooh, so talkative today you are.
Yes,
know,
he's the captain of the Omnus, guys.
Exactly. I've got a very good crew.
Exactly. His crew does all the talking for him.
He just
Sort of like Picard. Picard is actually. Do you know how clever Captain Picard is, though? Do you know how clever he is? When he was captain of the Enterprise, he chose people to be part of his crew so that they could do the jobs that he couldn't. Very smart man.
Or he didn't feel like doing it.
Because if you're a good leader, and any good leader knows this, if you want to have a good team, if you want to manage a good team, and blah, 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 and I'm going business side, and I'm sorry about that, but it's true. If you want to manage a good team, or you want to have a good team, you've got to have people who do jobs that you can't.
Yep.
You want to run a good company, you've got to have people who can run the company the parts of the company that you cannot. Unlike some of the people that I've had complaints with.
Acknowledge that.
Yes,
That you
exactly.
can't do those parts.
Not be a whiny baby.
And unlike some of the or one of the complaints people that I spoke to who said that I must know everything in the company, that includes sales, technical, and or this is what I'm still working in complaints now. I'm only now moving over to the technical side of things, but I'm supposed to know everything about the company as a complaints agent, which is not true.
Yeah.
You don't know everything about the company. You know how to fix problems. You know how to sort out problems and resolve issues that need resolving, but you do not know how to do everything in the company. There are people in the company to do that. That's why companies are so large. So I thought I'd just put that out. Picard was very clever because he had crew members that knew how to get out of certain situations. For example, there was a military situation. Okay, now I'm talking about throughout the entire TNG, not just the first season, because we know that Worf was not in charge of security for the entire series. So look at it from this standpoint. He would ask each crew member. There's a situation brewing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what they do in the bridge crew. There's a situation brewing at the neutral zone, and we need you to sort it out. You go there, and the Romulans have entered neutral space. We all know why the Romulans have entered neutral space, because they're cunts. They're assholes. They always do it. That's what they do. The Romulans just want to cause cuck. We know that, right? But it's how you approach it that is the key. So you ask your different crew members, how should we approach this? What do you think we should do? Should we go into battle? Should we? And Worf was always shoot first, ask questions later. That's why he got answers from everyone.
Yeah.
But he was just an
He
angry
spoke to
person,
Geordi.
I think.
Yeah, no, he was, but he's
But I mean,
he's
that's
a
the
Klingon.
Klingon race. They
Exactly,
are
the Klingon. The
They're
Klingon
like-
are they're warriors, you know.
They are the start of the Richards.
She just gets those zingers every once in a while. It's just a perfect freaking zinger that just comes out every time. Yes, but they are warriors. They're a warrior race. That is the whole point. It's like the Zulus. You wouldn't say to the Zulus, okay, how about you go to England and talk to the Queen or talk to the King about peacefully. He's gonna go, no, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Straight. That's it, because the Zulus were warriors. It's the same thing. The Klingons are a warrior race. They are proud of who they are as warriors, which is cool. That's awesome. You know, it gives the Klingons that edge in battle, right? But it doesn't give them an edge in diplomacy. So Picard would say,
No
okay,
communication for you.
you're not talking to them. Wolf, that is why you're not on the communications panel, because see, the dogs agree. Intensely agree. They really, really don't like the Klingons.
Or maybe they're defending the Klingons and saying, hey, that's my people.
Yeah. Them's my people. You ain't gonna attack them. But anyway, so that's why Picard would say, okay, to the right, that's a good idea, but let's save that for when we absolutely need it. Right now, yellow alert, let's put the shields up. Don't arm any weapons just yet. Just put the shields up. Let's keep it safe. Then he'd go to the rest of the crew. Geordi, this is going on. What do you think? He'd speak to Troy and say, Troy, what do you think? Riker, what do you think?
I never liked her that much, to be honest.
You're one of them, Andrew. You may not be a betazoid, but you're a counselor.
One of them, but
She doesn't have the psychic abilities of being able to go, I read
don't.
your head. I don't know. That for me.
I sense anger coming from him. Yeah, but you sense anger coming from everyone.
Oh, not just that. I sense anger coming from him. Well, yes, his body language says he's angry because he faces.
And the tone of his voice and everything.
Although, it's an alien race that has an angry-looking face and they're actually smiling. No,
No,
that's what's
he's
funny.
pointing a gun at us. He's friendly. He's welcoming us.
No, it comes on the view screen and the person's like this.
I
It's like-
sense happiness.
I sense happiness. Why are you frowning? I'm not frowning, I'm smiling.
That's why
See, you
I
can't
don't
tell.
like her because of
You
that.
can't actually tell though.
She
What
was
if he
Captain
is smiling?
Obvious.
She was
She
Captain
well,
Obvious.
she was actually captain of a ship, wasn't she, at one point?
She was.
I don't see how though. She never went through all the training. She was a ship's counselor. She wasn't really part of the command. She was part of the command crew, but she wasn't actually. Oh wait, she was, wasn't she? She was a lieutenant commander.
Yeah.
She was one of the high ups,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
It's just she didn't like wearing uniforms.
Yeah, she wore that funny, ugly, really blue bodysuit thing. That I think that's also why I didn't like her.
She wore the
She's
ugliest clothes.
pretty enough for me to like her.
She's so ugly. I hate her because she's ugly. Wow.
There's so many different reasons. To me, she was the whiny person. I would stand Wesley Crusher over Deanna
God, no.
Troll.
No,
But that's
no,
just
no.
me.
No. Sorry.
I
No.
don't know, those two made a very good team together.
Yeah. Although she stayed throughout the entire series. So there is that. Yeah, but again, so a good captain always has a good crew. You can't do everything yourself, so you have to have people who will know what to do. But you have to be when you have to be a captain, you have to be a captain. You have to be able to prove your diplomacy to for example, other captains or to other crew members, and you have to prove that you are a good leader.
Well,
we all know
had
that
one.
Carl has overly proven himself as a captain. And I'm not just going, I'm sucking up to you. There are reasons which we're not going to talk about as why I say that he's a damn good captain. But we don't talk about that in public. So you guys just imagine why we're talking about
What's it like being a captain? I know it's obviously, again, it's not real, but what's it like being captain and having the title and all the responsibilities and duties and stuff that go with it?
Well, it's very tough.
Rough.
You've got so much that you need to look after and behind the scenes that other people can actually see. The normal crew don't see, of course, with what the needs as well. So all of that stuff is behind the scenes. They just see, oh, it's a captain, he's not fit. They don't know why he's not there today.
Yeah.
But in the long run, it's fun. Everybody wants, or everyone thinks, the majority of us wants to have our own show. Everybody wants to have their own show. So it's
Nope.
No.
Nope. There you're wrong. There you are very wrong. I'm sorry, but I am Commander Riker in this situation. I will never take a captain's chair. I will. If you and Mandy had to go on an away mission or something, and I had to absolutely 100% be in the captain's chair, I would literally be there very unwillingly, but I would be there because I have to, because you asked me to. That is the only reason why I would ever sit in the captain's chair. I am very much Riker on this. I will not. I don't want the
We're
captain's chair.
happy to follow, not to lead.
Yeah.
You know that technically you are fourth in command of the ship.
Who?
You.
Oh, me? Yeah, no, I know that.
So there's a chance of that happening.
Yeah, no. I will, like I said, I will take the chair when necessary, but I can't take.
I think your security chief dude is going on strike.
No, I'm not on strike. For me to go on strike means the entire ship's weapon systems go down. You don't want that. And even the weapon systems, the shields go down too. I do have to handle that shit as well. I know the engineering team have a lot to do with it, but I'm the one who goes shields up, shields down, shields up, shields down. Captain, shields are at 5%.
Reminding me of the daytime, nighttime thing.
Once
Daytime,
again,
daytime.
No, I'm just thinking of bridge crew. I'm actually just thinking of
What's
bridge
that from?
crew.
I know that.
Where is it from?
It's like this little British dude that talks, and there's this. It's this Animal Planet type thing, and it's just showing different clips of the animals, and then there's this one blackbird that keeps on putting its wings over its head and it's like, want to play a game? Daytime, nighttime. Daytime, nighttime. I'll see if I can find the clip and send it to you guys.
But yeah, the reason why this all brought this about is you guys have played Bridge Crew, obviously, so you know what it's about. Now, you guys have got it on PC, I've got it on PlayStation. I can never play the game with anyone because I don't have anyone to play the game with.
He's so
I'm so lonely. Anyway, so when the new PSVR 2 comes out, rest assured I'll be playing it on that as well, because apparently there's a whole new change to that. We'll talk about that just now though. But the reason why I talk about the whole the Bridge Crew thing is because you guys know what it's like if you had to sit in the engineering chair, for example, on the Bridge Crew itself. You know that when you sit in the engineering chair, most of it's just revolving around shields up, shields down, shields up, shields down.
Shields down.
It was such a boring job. Shields up, shields down, shields up, shields down, shields up, shields down. I didn't choose it. I'm security. I can also fire torpedoes and phasers. And I can lock onto things.
Pew pew.
Get that
Yeah. Hey? It's time. We've been recording for a long time, actually. An hour and a half, or an hour and 21 minutes.
Nice.
It's a long time. Nice! Okay, well, that means we're at the end of the episode, which is kind of sad because, you know, this is the kind of stuff you start to really enjoy it and you just forget where time goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, this is the time of the show where you guys plug yourselves.
Where can we find you?
Not literally, just like tell us where you can find you. Yes, don't plug yourselves properly. That's just no.
Well, if you want to, you can, but it's not because of us.
Yeah, and don't do it on camera because YouTube will ban us.
I don't think that YouTube will allow that. That won't just be demonetization. That will be channel review.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get monetized anyway, so it doesn't really matter, you know.
But we would be. People would
We would
look
be
for
banned.
the SA Geeks and it's like, oh
This
my
channel
God.
is no longer on YouTube. Find them on BitChute and everywhere else. Anyway, so yeah, guys, tell us where, or tell not us, but tell our fans where they can find you.
Okay, so we've got Facebook page for both Fairy Fountains and To Idiot Streaming.
And the Omnus.
And
the
on
Omnus.
this, I wasn't done talking. We have got
Woo!
an Instagram page for both Fairy Fountains and To Idiot Streaming. The Omnus one has not really been active, has it? Okay, but we do have for the Omnus as well. We are To Idiot Streaming on Twitch. And where else are we? YouTube. Yeah, but the YouTube's not really up and going at the moment.
So the main one is Facebook. Now.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch itself. Oh, and Discord, yes.
And
I
Discord,
forgot
yes.
about Discord.
I think the Omnus is invite only though, so
But we would love to have you.
yeah, we'd love to have you. Yeah, we would love to have you. So you guys want to join the Omnus, just remember you have to go through me first. So beware. I'm a dick. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to go through me first. You actually have to go through the captain first. I'm literally just the one who goes, okay, you're in. Okay, you're
But
in.
at the moment, we want people, so just
Yeah,
bring
the
your
moment we
weird
want people.
asses to us. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. We don't care where you're from. You can be from Scotland. You can be from England. You can be from Wales, Ireland, anywhere around the world. You can join the USS Omnus. We're always welcoming people.
Everyone's welcome.
Exactly. That's exactly, and that's what our today that I found out is what our saying is, our motto. Ship's motto. Yeah. But yes, so with regards to that, that's how you find them. Do you guys deliver overseas? Do you guys, if someone from, for example, here,
Yes.
are you planning on it?
We're planning.
We want to. The biggest problem is shipping.
Shipping.
Because, I mean, we've done quotes for people and that for overseas, and then the shipping that we've been able to find is like literally 5 times the amount of the actual product they're buying.
Uh-huh.
And it's like,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, I don't blame them when they're like,
Yeah, I don't blame them either. That's the problem. You know, we actually found that DHL was probably the cheapest to deliver anything, and it's still quite expensive. But
Yep.
we delivered a microphone
We'll be
down
your
to one of
test
our
dummies.
yeah, we'll be your test dummies. It's fine, and we'll pay for it as well. It's all right, don't worry. But we delivered a microphone down to one of our friends in South Africa, and we used DHL. It was still quite expensive, but a hell of a lot cheaper than some of the companies that are out there. Jeez,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous the price that you have to pay for that. But anyway, yeah, now I'm just going off on another tangent. And I do that often on these shows. That's my problem. Anyway. So, where you can find the SA Geeks. Angela, take it away.
Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, BitChute.
Soon to be Odyssey.
I think that's all of them. Oh, and the podcast is on Anchor, which you can listen to on Spotify and Apple iTunes and Google Podcasts and all the wonderful things. All the links are found in Anchor itself.
Except Amazon. Amazon doesn't like us for some reason. I wonder why they don't like us. Anyway, yes, that's where you can find us. Yes, but that's where you can find the crazy South Africans. You can find us all over the place. We will be on Odyssey soon as well. We're actually looking at moving over to Odyssey as well, just because that's an extra platform to be on. And it's always good to be on multiple platforms, so we are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Anyway, Fairy Fountains, or should I say Mandy and Carel, thank you so much for joining us, teaching us a little bit about Star Trek Online, Starfleet International and Star Trek and stuff like that. Thanks for the conversation.
Accidents.
And car accidents. Yeah, and telling us that Carl cries about car crashes because he lost his car. Sisa man.
But thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
it's
having
always
us.
awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for being on the show. And for those of you watching, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you really enjoy the show, hit that subscribe button. If you really enjoy the show, hit that bell icon. It won't do anything, but it's always nice to hear it ring. So, ding! Anyway, so hit that bell icon. If you did like it, hit that thumbs up button and tell us why. If you didn't like it, same thing. Thumbs down and tell us why. Because we always like to know. Even if it's criticism and you want to insult me about about some Star Trek facts, I don't care. I probably won't read the comments anyway because I'm a dick. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, remember... Give it.